So the boxing match between Wanderlei Silva and Vitor Belfort has been cancelled or is off. Vitor Belfort has pulled out of the fight due to a grade 3 concussion, whatever that means. Ultimately, this is probably a good thing in the grand scheme of things because neither of these two guys should be fighting. Both guys have suffered bad knockouts throughout their careers and taken quite a bit of brain damage, and like I said, should not be in the ring at this point in their careers. That being said, the plan is, I believe, for Vanderlei to still fight if he can find an opponent. So if Vanderlei can find an opponent, then he'll be fighting, but Vitor won't be, which is a shame because ultimately I probably was more excited to see Vitor fight than I would Vanderlei because I'm more of a Vitor fan. Um, but yeah, grade 3 concussion. I imagine that happened during sparring because I don't know where else it would happen unless this dude's so cooked mentally that his brain's so cooked he's like falling over and concussing himself, which may be the case. That may be happening with Vitor Belfort at this point. It's very possible. But I think probably for the best. A shame because you never want to see a guy get injured. You never want to see a guy pull out of a fight. Ultimately, because you're fighting for money at the end of the day, right? And now this means Vitor won't be getting a payday. I don't know the deal with the promoter. I know Dana White would sometimes pay guys even if they pulled out, but this guy's the guy's doing this as a SFN fight night. I think is what it's called. Whatever the promoter is, this promoter is not Dana White. He's not paying Vitor if he's not fighting, right? You know. Um, but yeah, if this fight's not happening, good news in my opinion. Like I said, neither of these guys should be fighting at this point. Hopefully, Vanderlei doesn't get another opponent because I don't want to see him fight. But there's a part of me that yes wants to see these guys retire. But as a man, I understand these guys. It's their jobs, and they don't really know how to do anything else. They don't really know how to make a living any other way. And if they're running low on money, what they're gonna go and fight. What else are they gonna do? They're fighters. They're gonna go and fight. And at least if it's two old guys fighting, I'd rather see two old guys fight than an old guy and a young guy fight. Like I wouldn't want to see Vitor fight Imavov at middleweight in MMA. I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see Vitor fight Pereira at 205. Do you know what I mean? I'd much rather see you fight other old guys where it's a bit more of a fair fight. Of course, I mean, both guys are still going to take damage because it's a fight, but at least it's a bit more of a fairer playing ground, more even playing ground. But yeah, I'm curious to know. I'm not curious to know what happens for both guys, to be honest. Both guys should retire. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you think Vitor will come back and fight Vanderlei at a later date? Do you think Vanderlei will get another opponent? If he does get another opponent, who do you think that would be? Yeah, I'd be curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.